What's going on, guys? Hope everything's well. Apologize for the shake in my recent videos. I'm gonna get a gimbal. Lately we've had a new client at work which is downtown, so for the time being, I sort of have to make my videos kind of on the run, in motion, guerrilla warfare style. But I quickly want to address a concept that is a little more spirituality based, Eastern based. I began to realize that my videos recently have been sort of the world, of the tactical side of things, and for those of you who have been following me for any period of time, you would know that my channel is kind of a struggle between trying to be prudent and of the world and also kind of capturing the esoteric nature of things. But I do believe in the energies of things, and I feel this concept more and more than ever now. I recently started reading this book, Swara Yoga. It's about Prana Shakti. You know, I've talked about this concept of LifeForce Energy, several times on this channel, but I did like the pranic conception. This is my own tradition, the Vedic conception of what Prana Shakti means, and here's some of the best passages that I got from the book on that. The book says this: according to yoga, the body is a storehouse of vital energy, a dynamo with infinite electrical currents flowing throughout. The ordinary man sees this body as a combination of flesh, blood, and bone, but the yogis and scientists have perceived a greater force behind the physical elements, and that is the force of energy, or prana. The prana which motivates the body of man is more subtle than the nucleus of an atom, and technology has not yet been able to harness it. Researchers are discovering what the yogis found, that there is an energy link between the physical and psychic bodies. Furthermore, they have arrived at the conclusion that energy, or pranic force, is convertible into material force, and that material force is convertible back into pranic force. You know the famous equation Albert Einstein said, E equals mc squared, that matter is energy in its potential state. This is an ancient truth contained in the Vedas. Science is only now beginning to view the human organism in the light of a living transmitter of energy. The brain and central nervous system, in particular, have been seen to act as transmitters and receptors of electromagnetic waves, receiving external information and sending internal information back into the cosmos. Therefore, it is of great importance to maintain harmony and equilibrium in our inner and outer world. The sadhaka, or disciple, practices not only for himself, but in order to raise the energy throughout the atmosphere. Essentially what I get from all of these concepts about life force energy and things of that nature is this idea that you've got to make sure that you're feeling vital. You've got to make sure that you're feeling good. If you don't cultivate that sense of just like well-being, good health, at the very least, sleeping enough, then oftentimes so much of what we strive for, the results that we end up striving to seek, it just doesn't come about. I find that if I'm sleep deprived or overworked or in that kind of crank mentality, which is something I've been in the last week, just very kind of like hyper-productive, productive but not efficient with my life, then you get drawn into the circle of just doing crank work all the time, and you don't address this concept of reality, which is energy. It's so good to work with a sense of effortlessness, and I've been neglecting that a little bit. So I want this video to serve as a little bit of a reminder. Take care of yourself. Take care of your sense of feeling good above all else. I've referenced this book several times in videos of the past, but there's this book, Power versus Force, which so well captures this concept of your emotional register, your feeling of well-being, how excited you are for life. And the highest state of well-being that you could cultivate is this idea of gratitude, this sense of, wow, like life is expansive. And when you just go into that state of crank work, as I've done, as I'm sure many of you just get caught in this loop of just crank work, always just, getting that hustle mentality on, you lose sight of this effortlessness, this ease, this sort of being tapped into intention, abundance with the universe. At the very least, if you don't sleep enough, I don't know about you guys, but if I do not get enough sleep for too many nights in a row, then it doesn't matter how productive I try to be. It's like there will be more traffic on the road. There will be more just small inconveniences throughout my life. And so if you're not cultivating that sense of well-being, if you're constantly in that hustle mentality where you're just trying to make something happen, and you're like, oh, how am I going to go about doing this? How am I going to go about doing that? What strategies can I implement? What tactics can I implement? You just end up going deeper and deeper into crank forces, and you don't tap into your subconscious hunches, your superconscious mind. You don't tap into your true source of power. Even for the sake of getting things done and feeling productive in the world, you deserve that opportunity to feel good. This book I'm reading, Swara Yoga, it sort of has been a reminder of that in the last few days. So I'm going to take some time, despite things being a little busy, a little stressful, I'm going to at least try to take that time to feel good. You should treat feeling good as a discipline in itself. Do the things that make you feel good and step away from your work if you can, if it's stressing you out too much. You've got to cultivate that sense of just vitality within you. That's it for this video. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Cheers.